On the tennis courts, the girl everyone called the Madonna of the club, Nagisa Serizawa, was watching a scene that made her breath catch. Keith Sato, the substitute player who never spoke to her, was patiently teaching the junior members, his hands gentle as he adjusted their grip.
He never shows that side to me. It's almost like he's a different person. Wait, the world is tilting. I can't.
Dizziness crashed over her like a wave. Her vision darkened before anyone could react. Her legs buckled and she started to fall. In that instant, Keith lunged forward and caught her.
Nagisa.
He swept her up, cradling her against his chest. The tennis club stood frozen, unable to process the sight of the substitute player carrying their star. But the truth was, the path to this moment started long before. 2 weeks earlier, the tennis club's greatest spectacle wasn't on the court. It was Nagisa Serizawa, commanding a crowd of admirers with every smile.
They're all the same. Every one of them desperate for a moment of my attention.
But a few meters away, substitute player Keith Sato sat on a bench, chatting with his friend Yamada, utterly oblivious to the drama.
Aren't you ever curious about what it's like to be in her orbit?
Not really. I've got my own practice to worry about.
Nagisa, having noticed the one boy who didn't look her way, decided to make the first move.
Hey, substitute, how about we rally? I could use a warm-up partner.
I am fine practicing solo. Thanks for the offer.
He refused? With nothing more than a polite dismissal? That's never happened.
For the first time, the Madonna's charm hit a wall, and that wall's name was Keith Sato. Nagisa's next move was more direct. She sat down right next to Keith on the courtside bench, ignoring the gasps from her usual admirers.
He'll have to notice me now. I am literally inches away.
But Keith simply stood up, politely excused himself, and moved to a quieter spot across the court.
Did he just avoid me? That was deliberate.
The following day, she called his name across the court as he walked to practice. He didn't even turn around.
He heard me. He definitely heard me. Why is he like this?
Even during drills, Nagisa sent a ball flying toward him, but he returned it with a clean swing and continued his solo practice without a glance.
Nothing. Not a flicker of interest. It's almost insulting. But why can't I look away?
For the first time, Nagisa wasn't seeking attention. She was studying someone who refused to give it.
Who are you, Keith Sato?
Days turned into a week of covert observation. Nagisa found herself skipping her own practice just to study Keith from a distance. Then one afternoon, she spotted him alone with the junior members, away from the main court.
He's so gentle with them. How can he be so patient with kids but refuse to even look at me?
Bend your knees a little more. That's better.
This is the real him. Not cold, genuine. And I've been just another admirer, demanding his attention.
But then, a strange sensation washed over her, a wave of dizziness that made the courts tilt.
What's happening? My legs are. I can't stand.
Her vision narrowed to a dark tunnel. The last thing she saw was Keith's back, still turned. The world spun, and she collapsed, unaware of the strong arms that caught her or the panicked shouts.
Keith, help.
Nagisa's eyelids felt heavy as she woke to the antiseptic scent of the nurse's office, her body aching.
What happened? Last I remember, I was watching Keith teach the juniors. Then everything went black.
A movement beside her, Keith Sato sat in the chair, his eyes fixed on his hands, a fresh scratch on his forearm.
You collapsed on the court. I caught you and carried you here. You've been out for about 20 minutes.
He's hurt because of me. That scratch. He dove to catch me, and I didn't even notice him before.
It's just a scratch. I've had worse from falling on the court.
Why would you help me? You barely know me. I've been nothing but a bother lately.
I am only a substitute. I don't have much to offer, but I couldn't just watch you fall and do nothing.
You are wrong. You are actually really cool. I see that now.
A deep blush spread across his face. He abruptly stood, muttered that he had to go, and rushed out the door. As dusk settled, Nagisa returned to the tennis courts, her steps hesitant. she spotted Keith alone, the only sound the echo of his racket. He moved through solo drills, sweat glistening under the fading light, oblivious to her presence.
After what he did for me, I can't just let it end like this. I have to try. Keith, wait, can we talk, please?
What do you want? I said I was fine.
I wanted to thank you, properly. But you keep running away. Why are you so distant?
Distant? I am just a substitute. You are the star. We don't exist in the same world.
That's not true. He thinks he's beneath me? That's why.
Don't overthink it. Focus on your own game.
He just walked away. Maybe he's right? I should leave him alone.
The next day at practice, Keith's swings were mechanical, his thoughts elsewhere. Makita, the team's ace, noticed and jogged over.
Sato, you are off your game. Everything okay? You've been looking like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders.
It's nothing. I just don't want to cause any trouble.
Does this have something to do with Nagisa? She's been different lately too.
He knows. Of course he knows. I assumed you two were together. I didn't want to get in the way.
Me and Nagisa. We've been friends since we were kids. That's it. I am not her boyfriend.
Keith felt the ground shift beneath him. The wall he'd built was never real.
She's been trying to get through to you. Maybe it's time you stop running and talk to her yourself.
I've been so blind. She wasn't taken. I was just a coward.
Days blurred into a strange silence. Nagisa stopped chasing, her smiles reserved only for tennis, never for anyone else. Her usual flock of admirers noticed the chill, whispering among themselves, but she paid them no mind.
She used to have this spark. Now she's just going through the motions, and it's my fault. I pushed her away with coldness, and she took the hint. But instead of relief, I feel empty.
From his spot on the sideline, Keith watched her practice, seeing only the ghost of her former effervescence.
I thought ignoring her was the right move. But now I realize I can't stop thinking about her. All those times she tried to get my attention, I was too scared to believe it could be real. I am an idiot.
That night, he stayed on the court long after everyone left, his racket cracking against balls in the dark.
I have to find her. Apologize. Tell her the truth, even if she hates me for it.
With a deep breath, he slung his bag over his shoulder and walked toward the clubroom, heart pounding. He found her alone on a bench by the empty courts, her racket resting limply across her knees.
Can I sit here?
Why? You made it clear you wanted nothing to do with me.
I was wrong. I thought you were with Makita. I assumed, and I used that as an excuse to keep my distance.
Makita? He's my childhood friend. Nothing more. I've liked you for a while now, you idiot.
She likes me. This whole time, I've been such a fool.
Do you have any idea how humiliating it was? Every attempt I made, you just brushed me off. Why couldn't you just see me?
I didn't think I was good enough. You are the star, and I am just a substitute. It felt safer to stay invisible. She's waiting for an answer, but what do I even say?
Silence hung between them, heavy with unspoken words. Nagisa's confession lay bare, and Keith was frozen in its wake. Nagisa bit her lip, her shoulders sinking. Without a word, she moved to stand. Her wrist was caught in a gentle but desperate grip.
Wait, please. Don't go. I am not good with words. I've been invisible so long that hiding felt safer than risking everything. But I can't keep lying to myself. I noticed you every day. Your smile, your determination. It scared me because I didn't think I deserved it. I know I've been cold. That's all you've ever seen. But if you are willing, maybe we could start as friends. No expectations, just getting to know each other.
He was just as scared as I was. This whole time, he wasn't ignoring me. He was protecting himself. You really are an idiot, you know that? But okay, friends first. Let's try.
A fragile smile crept onto Keith's face, one he hadn't worn in years.
How about tomorrow after practice? We can hit some balls. I promise I won't run away this time.
You'd better not. I've got a mean forehand and I won't go easy on you.
The following Saturday, Keith stood outside a quiet cafe, tugging at his collar. Nagisa arrived, her usual confidence replaced by a shy wave.
Thanks for meeting me. I wasn't sure what to order. I don't do this often. Ever, actually.
That makes two of us. I've never been on a real date either. Let's just order something sweet and try not to spill it.
The clink of cups filled the silence as they both grasped for words, the weight of their confessions still fresh.
When I was a kid, my dad would take me to the public courts at dawn. That's where I fell in love with tennis. It's the only thing I've ever been sure about.
I knew it. That's why your form is so good. You've got this quiet passion that most people don't see. It's nice.
An hour melted away as they traded stories of missed serves, embarrassing moments, and dream tournaments.
She's laughing like that because of me. Maybe this is real. Maybe I haven't ruined it.
We should do this again. Not just hitting balls, talking like normal people. I don't want to go back to how it was before.
Neither do I. Next weekend, maybe? I'll even let you pick the place. Just don't make it a tennis court.
On a cool Monday morning, a second-year boy approached Nagisa by the lockers, letter in hand, hope in his eyes.
I am really sorry. I am seeing someone right now, so I can't accept this. But thank you for your courage.
The boy's shoulders slumped, but he nodded and walked away. By lunch, the news had ignited a firestorm of gossip.
So, Nagisa turned down another one. The whole school's buzzing. You wouldn't happen to know who won her over.
I don't know what you are talking about. Focus on practice.
But by Friday, the whispers had grown teeth. 3 boys slammed Keith against the equipment shed after practice. One sneered, "The substitute. Don't make us laugh. She's messing with you. Stay in your lane." Before Keith could respond, a voice cut through the tension like a whip.
That's enough. Touch him again, and you'll deal with me. I am not joking.
The bullies scattered, but the air remained thick with hostility. Keith, however, barely heard them. His mind was already spiraling. In the days that followed, something shifted. Nagisa no longer held court with a crowd of admirers. She saved her smiles for one person alone.
I used to think I needed their attention. Now, all I want is to see Keith's awkward smile when I make a stupid joke.
Every evening, Keith walked her to the station, her laughter filling the space where silence used to live.
You know, I used to dread the end of practice because I knew the walk home would be quiet. Now, I can't imagine it without your voice.
Who knew the coldest guy in the club could say something so sweet? You are like a sponge cake, crusty outside, soft inside.
She sees right through me. It's terrifying, but also, maybe, the best thing that's ever happened.
Weeks passed in this new rhythm. They practiced together, studied together, and slowly, the whispers around them turned from disbelief to grudging acceptance.
Hey, Nagisa. Thanks for not giving up on me. I know I made it hard.
You were worth it. Just promise me something. Next time someone tries to put you down, you won't believe them. You are more than a substitute, Keith.
He nodded, but inside, a shadow lingered. The real test wasn't her words, it was trusting them when the world wasn't watching. The regional tournament hummed with tension. The school's tennis club huddled on the sidelines, watching their ace stumble on the first set. The coach's voice cut through the noise. "Sato, you are in. Don't think, just play." Keith's heart hammered against his ribs.
Go, Keith. You've got this. Show them what you are made of.
But the ball came faster than he anticipated. His return caught the net, a sound that echoed louder than the crowd.
Number. Not here. Not in front of everyone. Not in front of her.
After the match, Nagisa found him near the locker rooms. She reached out, her voice soft. "It's okay, Keith. One mistake doesn't."
Don't. Just don't. You can't understand. You are the star. I am just a joke. Stop pretending I am not.
His voice cracked, and he yanked his arm away as if her touch burned. Nagisa's hand hung in the empty air.
He thinks I am pretending. After everything, does he really believe I'd throw that all away because of a missed shot?
He walked away, each step cracking the fragile world they'd built. The substitute had finally shattered the star. In the empty locker room, Keith sat with his head buried in his hands, replaying Nagisa's wounded expression over and over. The door creaked open. Makita stood there, arms crossed, his usual easygoing demeanor replaced by something colder.
I heard what you said to her. You have no idea what you just threw away, do you?
I know exactly what I am. A substitute who can't even hit a ball right. She's better off without me.
No, you don't get it. Nagisa isn't the princess you think she is. She spent years feeling empty, seeking validation from every guy who looked at her. Then you came along. The one guy who didn't fall at her feet. You were real, Keith. That's why she kept chasing you. You made her feel like a person, not a trophy.
All this time, she needed someone to see her, not worship her. And I was too blind to see what I meant to her.
She finally trusted someone with the real her, and you just told her it was all pretend. So what are you going to do about it?
I'll find her. I'll apologize until my voice gives out. I can't lose her, Makita. Not like this.
He pushed past Makita and ran out, the sound of his footsteps echoing through the empty hallway. The race to undo his worst mistake had begun. He searched the courts, the club room, and finally the girls' locker room. Inside, he found Nagisa, curled on the floor, her body shaking with sobs. Tears streaked her face, and her fingers were tangled in her hair. She looked as broken as he felt.
Nagisa, I am here. Please, listen to me. I was jealous and terrified. Every time I looked at you, I saw everything I wasn't. I took my own fear and threw it at you like a weapon. I love you, Nagisa. I've loved you since the day you fainted, and I realized I couldn't bear to lose you.
Why should I believe you now? You said I was pretending.
Because I was the one pretending. Pretending I didn't care. I'll never stop trying to earn your trust back.
Something in his voice broke through. She stood up, and before he could speak, her arms wrapped around him. They held each other in the dim light, the weight of their mistakes finally lifting.
For the first time, I feel like I'm home.
The next day, under a blazing sun, the final match hung by a thread. The coach nodded to Keith. It was his moment to rewrite the story.
No more running. This time, I stand my ground.
Across the net, his opponent smirked. So, the substitute's back. Did Nagisa send you a good luck charm?
He doesn't know her. He doesn't know me. I am playing for us now.
Keith's grip tightened, but his mind was crystal clear. He saw the serve, lunged, and returned with a force he'd never unleashed. The ball rocketed past the opponent's reach. A clean winner. Point, game, set. The crowd went silent, then exploded. His teammates stormed the court, lifting him onto their shoulders, chanting his name for the first time.
Keith, I knew you could do it. I always believed in you.
We did it. I couldn't have done this without you.
In front of everyone, she threw her arms around him, and this time, he held on without hesitation. After the celebration, a familiar face from Nagisa's past pushed through the crowd, his eyes burning with resentment. So the benchwarmer thinks he's a hero now. He spat. Without Nagisa, you are nothing.
That's enough. Don't you dare belittle him. He's worth 10 of you, and he earned his place here.
Nagisa, it's okay. I don't need to prove anything to him. You are right. I was a substitute. But I worked for this, and she chose me. That says more than any insult you can throw.
The admirer's bravado crumbled. He looked away, unable to meet Keith's steady gaze. Without another word, he slunk back into the dispersing crowd, silenced.
Thanks for having my back. But I've got this now.
I know. I just couldn't let him talk about you like that.
They shared a quiet smile, fingers intertwining as they walked off the court together, a couple that no one would dare question again. The following month, the coach called Keith forward and handed him a new jersey. He was officially a regular player.
A year ago, I was hiding. Now I am wearing my own name because of her.
Nagisa waited outside, and when she saw the jersey, she threw her arms around him. Later, they walked to their spot, the empty court at sunset, where everything had changed.
Remember, the day you collapsed here? I was terrified. I'd lose you before I ever had you.
And I was frustrated you wouldn't look at me, but you were the first to see the real me, not a Madonna.
Being with you made me braver. No more hiding.
They stood in silence, fingers laced, watching the sun dip below the horizon.
From substitute to regular. From invisible to seen. All because she never gave up.
So, Keith Sato, what's next for us?
Months later, on a familiar street at dusk, two figures walked hand in hand, their laughter mingling with the evening breeze. Keith no longer stared at his feet. His eyes were on Nagisa, and his smile came easily now.
You are staring again? Do I have something on my face?
Just making sure you are real. Sometimes I still can't believe I get to walk you home.
She squeezed his hand, a silent answer. No words were needed.
He used to be so cold. Now he's warmer than anyone I've ever known.
I don't need to be anyone else. With her, I am enough.
They passed the tennis courts, now dark and silent, a memory of where it all began.
Remember the substitute who wouldn't look at you?
He's gone. I got the real you instead.
They continued walking, the street quiet. Keith's gaze lingered on Nagisa more than the path ahead.
Caught you. You've got that goofy look again. What's going on in that head of yours?
Honestly, I am still trying to figure out how I got so lucky. You could have had anyone.
He really means that. After all this time, he still can't believe it.
She stopped walking, tugging him to a halt under a street lamp, its glow framing them like a spotlight.
Listen to me, Keith Sato. I didn't choose anyone else because I was waiting for you.
She's so certain. It makes me feel like maybe I am not as invisible as I used to think.
She rose on her toes and pressed a soft kiss to his cheek, lingering just a moment longer than necessary.
What was that for?
Just a reminder, you are the only one. Don't you forget it.
It started with a moment of crisis, a collapse on the court, and a catch that no one saw coming. In that quiet nurse's office, a substitute and a star shared the first real words they'd ever spoken. A confession through tears, an embrace that mended the fractures of self-doubt, and a victory that wasn't just on the scoreboard. It was a promise, no longer hidden. From the cold distance of strangers to the warmth of intertwined hands, they rewrote every expectation. The mask of ice that Keith wore melted, revealing a heart capable of more love than he ever thought possible. And Nagisa, once the Madonna seeking validation, found a love that asked nothing of her, but to be real. Their story wasn't about a cold boy and a popular girl. It was about two people who learned that the greatest courage is letting someone in. Sometimes, the coldest heart hides the warmest soul, and sometimes the most beautiful love stories start with the simplest refusal to look away.